this wouldn't be the Tech John if we didn't have to talk about a social media company darn
uh,
near every show.
acting up.
I saw this one and I read the title, but I didn't get I didn't pick it up until I actually read the article about what TikTok did for Black History Month.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell us about this one?
So TikTok sent out an invite to a bunch of creators, and if there is any defense um about this, I don't know necessarily that there is a defense, because they literally called it a Black History Month creator meetup with Nicki Minaj. So I think a lot of the Black creators on TikTok assumed it was for them because it's Black
Mm-hmm.
History Month. You're saying Black History Month creator event. But TikTok did invite a number of different people, creators, not,
Mm-hmm.
including non people of color and on all that. And I don't know, none of the stories I read talked about what the process was for registering for the event, because it was a Zoom, it was a virtual event. Nicki Minaj was going to be on Zoom, talking to these
Mm-hmm.
creators, and none of the stories talked about what you had to do to register. But apparently, it got the system got overwhelmed, and a lot of
Mm-hmm.
Black
Mm-hmm.
creators weren't able to get into the Zoom meeting for a while. And
10 minutes after it
yeah, for
started.
like 10 minutes. And a lot of people never got in, and a lot of the non-POC creators, you know were just trying to use it for promotional purposes. Basically, they weren't there to
Mm-hmm.
necessarily learn or understand or be any kind of ally. They just wanted to get Nikki to shout them out, so maybe they could record it or
Mm-hmm.
get a screen grab or something and then post it on their TikTok. So it was, the controversy was around them not getting the space as usual, to do what they could do with this situation. And there were a couple things that kind of stood out to me. Number one, the fact that TikTok billed it as such. If you want to do a Black History Month, anything, do we do it
Mm-hmm.
with Nicki Minaj? I mean, is that the best person? I'm not judging. I'm just saying. And really, what it was just a chance for her to, play some of her new music. So it really was
Mm-hmm.
just a promo for her, and a way for her to get some promo from them, and them to get some shine from her. And that's the way business goes, I guess. But that ain't Black History Month. And then a lot of the justification from the white creators was that, well, we want to learn about Black history too, so we should be allowed in the spaces so that we can actually get a chance to learn and collaborate and blah 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 blah.
From
And
Nicki Minaj.
huh
Said from Nicki
from Nicki,
Minaj.
right, from Nicki Minaj. But the Black creators are like, well, damn, can we have any space just for us where we can come
Mm-hmm.
together and yada yada yada. So it was just
I'll
a
say it like
cluster.
this. I don't know that the space had to just be for us. But
I
could
don't
us
think it
actually get
ever
some
was.
shine in the space? That's the thing. It's like when I'm reading what the folks are saying, it's like, well, we got our invites late. We couldn't get in for 10 minutes. And by the time we do get in, we're so far down in the queue that none of our questions could get answered.
Right.
So you have a Black History Month event with Nicki Minaj, and if that's what you want to get Nicki Minaj, that's cool. She's making
It is
history.
what it is,
Let's do
right?
that.
It
But
is
then
what it
it's like,
is.
okay, it's just kind of, it's just, what is the word I'm looking for too?
Performative. It's
Lip servicey
it's
is
more
what.
of that performative bullshit that companies do all the time, but especially at this time of the year,
Mm-hmm.
when they just trying to throw Black History Month stuff
Yeah, and
labels
it
on
seems
everything.
very very last minute
They said
that
it was
they just
thrown
oh
together.
wait, it's Black History Month. We need to do something,
They did say
and
it was
really,
thrown together.
like I guarantee you. Well, we know that Apple's got 2 years in a row doing this with the Unity, Apple Watch stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
but when they did it when they did it last year, they didn't just think up those bands in January. This was something that they had been planning for a while. They put thought into it, and it was like this. Just seems like there was not much thought put into this, and it's like
Typical trying to capitalize, but not really considering Black folk.
so.
I feel sorry for Nicki Minaj because she has had a string of not so well
Misses of
PR
misses.
things that have, yeah, and it's just like,
And this one
girl.
ain't even on her. This is
But
that's the thing.
I,
This ain't
I,
even on
I'm gonna
her because
push
she
back
ain't.
on you on that one, Rob. I'm gonna push back on you, because if you putting your name on something, with a brand this big, and you now have the power and the influence and the platform to say, hey,
Yeah, you know
who
what?
is
That's a
this
good point.
for? How many of the black creators are going to be like, are we sending in? Like, I want to make sure that black creators get priority or that their voices are heard. Like, you have the power to
You,
do that. You just have to be intentional about doing it.
touche.
And
You,
she
you
could
you're
have
Right.
you're
done
absolutely right.
that and
You're
said,
absolutely
you
right.
know what? If we got 300 spots, half of those got to go to black creators. And then you can do whatever you want with those other 150. And you got to take at least this many questions from black creators. You know what I mean? Like she could have really set that up any way she wanted to do it
Yeah, you're right.
had she been intentional about doing it. And that's what and it's not, it may not necessarily come second nature to people. So I ain't trying to put her on blast necessarily, because there's probably plenty of celebrities that wouldn't have thought to do that. But we have to be thinking that way. And I hope
Right.
somebody checks me if I don't use my small platform in a way that is helping our people, because we don't really have that luxury no more to just be
Right.
like, well, I listen, I just showed up because TikTok invited me to play my
Yeah.
music. So I just wanted the people to hear my music. I didn't know nothing about that. There was no black creator, blah, blah, blah. We don't have that luxury no more in America in
Right. Now,
2026.
to her defense, for what it's worth, she says, "I heard that y'all were saying, and let me see if I can schedule something else for you
That
guys."
would
This
be
was
great.
her. That was her on the. I'm assuming, according to the story, that was her on the call after it's starting to make sense what was going on. It
Right.
seems like she mentioned that. Oh, I hear y'all. I want to make sure
Let's see
y'all
what else we
represent.
can do.
So
Yeah.
let's see if we can do something else. So she did say that. So
So we'll see. But like I said, we just the way we getting the short end of the stick, left, right, and sideways in this country. Like, we always got to be thinking, forward in that way. So, no disrespect, Nikki, I love you, girl. But like I said, this was just a cluster from the start, and you know,
in 2022, with a company as big as TikTok, it's like y'all having the same problems we having on this on this podcast, the Tech John right now, technical difficulties and
Um,
people not being able to get in. That's what you're
right,
trying to tell me.
right. We
That's what
still
you're telling
saying
me.
we couldn't get in a Zoom meeting when I'm on
you know
TikTok,
what?
and y'all got millions of dollars of resources. Come on, man. Come on,
We
TikTok. Stop
we
playing.
can save this for another show when we talk deep about TikTok. But they got a whole lot of other issues going on
Whole
over
lot.
there, to where they are actively thinking about how can we not be viewed like Facebook. So the thing that
I don't
most
know.
Americans don't think about is that TikTok is not an American company; it's a
Yeah.
Chinese-based company. What is it? ByteDance, is that the parent company?
Douyin and
Yeah.
ByteDance. Douyin is
Um,
the Chinese equivalent.
so and honestly, there are more people outside of this country that use it just because of the size of the country that it's coming from. So some of the issues that that TikTok is facing is, like, that they'll release features and functionality in one place that just don't hit the same in other places. So I know that there was one feature that gives you the ability to, like, lighten or darken your skin, and they were
Yeah,
like,
that
hold up,
that
hold up, hold up,
yeah.
you don't want to release that in the United
I
States
remember
because we do
that.
not want creators out here doing digital blackface and stuff like that, because it wasn't like just a shade. It's like you could literally take somebody that is lily white and make them
Digital
look like
blackface.
Yaphet Kotto.
It was
So
a whole thing when they put that filter out. It's like, what y'all
right,
doing? Come on, TikTok, stop playing.
so yeah, so like I said, TikTok, they're a huge company. I think we actually mentioned it, a few episodes back, that
Multiple
they
times.
actually got in front of Google as far as traffic. You just think about that. It's like everybody. I mean, Google is a verb now. Go Google this. Go Google that. But yeah, TikTok actually gets more website traffic than Google does,
But can't
than
run a Zoom
YouTube
meeting
does.
and let black folks
Right.
in on time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
come on. We know
So
what time it is.
Miss
Come
me
on.
with that. Miss me.
I keep saying I'm gonna start a service called Ask a Black Friend for some of these companies, to
Well, that's
where
the same
you
as
can just run. Go ahead.
no. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
I was just gonna say, you can just if you don't have somebody in the room, just ask somebody,
Run
hey,
it by.
here's what we are thinking of doing. What do
See,
you
and
think?
but
And it's like, nah, you shouldn't be doing
my
that. Here's
my
what you want to
opinion
do.
is
Here's
they don't care. They don't
That part too.
care.
There is
They
that part
don't.
too.
yeah.
There
Well, that's just
is.
like I want to just jump in real quick because that happened for the Super Bowl. Speaking of Super Bowl, Snoop got pissed because Instagram, for whatever reason, would not let him go live the day of. I'm like, how are you not letting Snoop go live on the biggest broadcast day of the year when your viewership and your traffic and your engagement will be through the roof. And he literally shouted out Isaac Hayes III and Fanbase like multiple times. He went live on Fanbase's platform instead of Instagram, so I'm sure that brother got, a huge
a blip.
right. But it's like, but to your point, Terrance, they don't care. Because the fact that you could have told Snoop, nah, we good. We won't need you to go live on our platform. They don't care. They don't care. So that's on us to start thinking about alternatives at this point, because they really, really don't care.